We are back, man. We are back. Yeah.
Grammy. Grammy.
So first things first, man. Alright, seriously. First things first. Shout out to my man Jay, 3D Trader, man. Bless me with some gear. That's a shout out to the rest of you dudes, man. Yeah, let me rep y'all.
Can y'all give my man Ray some gear? We don't hate. We support.
We support.
Throw my man some gear.
Throw me some gear.
Gas you on the Rammy. Mind you, if you throw it to me, and I rock his joint. Right. I'm in the gym on the rag. I don't do that
every day.
I don't compete with my brothers.
That's right, man.
I don't compete.
Shout out to Jay and 3D Trader, man. He's doing some real big things on there.
We working.
Yo, we working. Yeah, I'm gonna put his information down at the bottom of the screen so y'all can see that. Make sure y'all hit him up, man. He's doing some great things out there. On to the next one. So let me look at the YouTube real quick, man. Big shout out to D Staples 5. Shot us a question from the last episode. That means the world, man. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you watching. Appreciate you listening and saying like, yo, I need answers. So his request and question was, can you guys talk about transitioning from playing JV to playing varsity? Which is a phenomenal question.
Phenomenal.
We appreciate
I love it, man.
So we're gonna get right to it. Get right to it, coach.
Just want to jump into it once again, man. Thanks for the question. Glad to be back, man. It's been a little while. Have some family things going on.
We missed you.
We back, blessed. Thanks, dog. And I mean, we about to hit you with them hits on the regular now, man. Next week by week, get the second season over with. But to answer the question, what's the biggest transition between junior varsity to varsity? I would say it's three things. The first one is, and the biggest one is the physicality of the game. What you're going to understand is that the calls are different, the players' bodies are different, and that's really the first level where if you're not strong enough, a coach will specifically pick you out and attack you.
Yes.
And pick on you the whole game. So there's two ways we can go about the physicality question. Number one, you have to become strong enough as far as lifting weights, as far as running, as far as eating the proper foods. Because I know a lot of smaller guys, but they're strong. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing of it is you have to really dig in, understand how to play. Because there's one situation where you'll really get exposed as far as being physical, and that's on defense.
Yep.
Offensively, if you have a handle, if you move without a ball, if you have a screen, you'll be able to deal with that.
Right.
Because I went through high school, small kid, but I had a gun, I had a handle. You won't bullying the ball out my hand. That's just pure heart and desire. Me keeping my body between the man and the ball.
And putting in that work.
Yeah, of course.
Like
of course,
that.
Of course.
And it goes without saying, but we like to stress that like he just didn't wake up and have those abilities to keep the ball in his hands, to know when to shoot it. Me and Ant had these conversations all the time where he put in countless hours. Like, that 10,000 hour shit it's not a joke.
No, I really did that though. For real. I'll just aside. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that know me would tell you that when I was young.
10,000 hours, man. I mean.
You know what I'm saying? And to build back on that, man, it's just you have to know how to guard. So I'm going to give you a perfect example and show you where I'm going to go with the knowledge part. If you're a guard, I'm going to give you two. And you're guarding a person. Say you're 5'10", 140. You're guarding somebody 6'2", 6'3", 200. As a guard, you have to understand if you're small and you're not big, that you have to close the gap as a defender on the person you're guarding. The reason why is because if a bigger dude gets downhill and then attaches you to the hip, there's nothing you can do. So you have to specifically be able to cut that first step off at least twice. When you hear a coach say turn them, that's what I mean. Turn them. Then make them give it up. Now, this is the next part about that. Because you're smaller, you cannot just relax on the second turn. When he passes it, you cannot relax and allow that gap.
Right.
Because now I can swim, put you on my back, and now I can post you. What you have to do is now continue to bump, use this form, and keep that head in the passing lane, and then get him on your back and push him out. You got to be a little mean. All right, so that's that example about guarding it with the physicality. The next example is You can't let somebody cut across your face or come at you with momentum. You gotta bump cutters, and you gotta attack first. See, I think a lot of people, when it comes to defense, they don't understand that you can attack on defense as well, just like offense. Like, that's my biggest mystery with James Harden. Like, don't get it twisted, he's like that. But everybody gives him a 3-foot gap and lets him do this shit where he dribbles between his legs 19 times. Now, James Harden will cook me, but guess how he's going to have to cook me? I'm going to jump on his shoulder, he's going to have a straight line drive, and now he got to bump me out of the way. And every time he bump me out of the way, I'm cussing out my hell. Where the are you?
Right.
Now, let him kick that thing to Capella, and somebody better be on the backside, man. So physicality is one. The next thing is the speed of the game. The speed of it. When you play varsity, man, you have some guys that can get down court in 4 dribbles. You got teams that believe in pitching it ahead. You don't. So it's a lot of like teams are now really watching film, practicing on a strategy, and they have stars. So what you have to understand is the way you do things has to speed up. The way you close out has to speed up. The way you attack off the dribble has to speed up. The quickness of your release has to speed up. You see what I'm saying? So every skill that you kind of have, your dribble speed has to speed up. Your recognition of offensive defensive transitioning has to speed up. So think about all the terminology I'm giving you right now.
Right.
All right. And lastly, the last skill of it, the last thing you have to do is, by the time you reach varsity, you have to have a skill. What that means is something you do well. Okay, he rebounds. Okay, he defends. Or he's a shooter. Or he's a rim protector. Or he's a facilitator. Or he's a downhill guy. You have to have something you do well, so that way you can be a part of your coach's puzzle. If you look at your game and you still trying to do everything, you're not ready for varsity. Like let me clarify what I mean. There are some players that can produce and get stats in each category. What I mean is has to be something you hang your hat on.
Right.
You have to have a calling card, because now in varsity there are positions. There are, you know what I'm saying, different things of that nature. So I think I covered it all. What you think, Ray?
I think you hit all. I mean, the speed of the game is a really important one for me, and not less important, but equally as important is doing something well. Just a quick story. I know when I transitioned from JV to varsity, one of the things I did all the time was watch varsity, and I watched the coach. And that goes to Ant's point about doing something well. My high school varsity coach loved to stop and pop. He loved for his guard to be able to run down court, full speed, jump stop, and be able to pull up. I mastered that thing that next summer, right? So it's just about, your observation, paying attention. If you have access to film, watch what your coach, because this is a guy who's going to be in control of your playing time, right? So you ultimately have to do what he likes so you can get in the game. So those go to all of the things that Ant just mentioned, plus anything that you may notice. Another thing, just to kind of get adapted to the speed of the game, try to play with as many high-level players as you can. Like, you don't want to get introduced to playing fast during tryouts. That's not gonna be a good situation for you. So, if you demand where you at, go somewhere else. Try to find, where the better competition is. That'll help you understand the high speed of the game and how to keep up. And I mean, naturally you'll adjust, but better to do that where it's not costing you playing time and you're learning versus trying to kind of learn on the fly while you're in your varsity season. And then everything else, man, I think, and you smashed that. The points was spot on. So I hope we answered, man. I hope we put in that work. You know what I mean? Get you on Vars, man. Keep us posted. We want to know. Next next topic. Summer League.
Yeah, man. So, the thing of it is boys,
Wait, before you go into it, we got shout out Triangle Challenge.
Yeah.
Going on right now. Yo, If y'all don't follow me on Twitter, y'all don't follow Juwan Baker on Twitter, it's literally the hottest thing in Triangle right now. Y'all need to check it out, man. Hot gym, great competition. You know, you got some high quality players coming through here, lighting the crowd on fire, man. Had a young boy just now doing wild, crazy things out there. I won't mention the other player because he gonna be talked about later. So, my man, and to get to that. But go ahead, let's talk about the summer leagues.
Yeah, man. So the Triangle Challenge was, the reason why we wanted to bring this topic to you.
Shout out to Babe.
Yeah, one of my close friends, man. One of my best friends, known him since I was 6 years old. Through the backyard, Juwan Baker. He's the director of this league. Started out with $1 and a dream, man. And I mean, it's grown into something beautiful. And I love it, man.
Yeah.
I've seen kids get scholarships out of here and everything. But let's get to the main topic. And that's just growth. As a player, man, this generation, we tend to get attached to coaches, get attached to teams, get attached to players. And that's good and well. But ultimately in this world, you gotta learn how it's kinda like when you're growing up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to your teens, and you kinda get away from the nest. As a player, you gotta grow. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all them guys had clauses in their contract to where the love of the game clause. Meaning at any point in time, I can strap up. You know what I'm saying? I can hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like where I am because they love the game so much. So what I'm saying is, and my point of it is there has to become a time where you can go somewhere and play for somebody or play with a group of guys without a coach you're used to, without a teammate you're used to, and still do the same things that you do if your regular coach was there. Like, that's big growth as a player.
Right.
A lot of guys these days only look a certain way if a certain coach is coaching them. And that's not necessarily good.
Or if they're playing with a certain team.
Or a certain team, or the team got to be loaded. Eventually, you know what I'm saying, this is an individual journey, and it's all about growth as a person. Basketball teaches you more than just how to be a basketball player on the court. It teaches you things about yourself. It teaches you things that, it gives you life lessons. And you can learn those things by just exploring. You know what I'm saying? And by being able to, step out and play with somebody different. One big thing that I'm seeing with this is, learning communication. Like, to me, that's the biggest gap when you play with people that you're not used to. Like, I got some guys now we were playing in Triangle Challenge, and, I'm trying to get them used to talking. Because if you don't know somebody, the only way you can get to know them on a basketball court is talking. And basketball is a quick thinking game. You see what I'm saying? So, like, there were so many different summer leagues available when I was growing up that even if your local city, like, I'm not seeing kids, like, want to go play with grown men or, continuously finding that certain why they like to go to in the summertime. But just learning how to play basketball with as many different people and as many different coaches as you can, by always still being loyal to your main team that helps you eat, that's the way to go as far as basketball growth. Because you can learn so much with playing with so many different people. And it give you confidence.
Man, I was just about to jump on that. I mean, I think, with that, and it's just the experience should give you confidence. Like, so the thing about communication, right, is even if you're an extrovert, you're not automatically talking to people you don't know, right? You got to learn them, you got to understand them. In the game of basketball, when you're confident, it doesn't matter who you're around, right? It doesn't matter who you're playing. You can play the brand new 4-player system that you ain't never seen them before. If you're confident in your game and you know what you're doing and you're comfortable in your own skin and who you are on the basketball court, it ain't no problem for you to be like, yo, set the screen, yo, defender. I mean, it shouldn't be that way. I'm like, but now, kids just mute, don't say nothing. You know what I mean? It's just like, why you not talking? Well, I don't know him. And it's just like, I think a lot of times players feel like communication has to be said with a negative tone. That's a problem. If Ant is my teammate, I ain't never played with him before, and he take a bad shot or miss a defensive assignment, I ain't gotta be like, yo, man, what you doing, man? It ain't gotta be like that. It's like, yo, better shot next time. Yo, let me know if you need help. You know, communication is that simple. It's not hard. And I think with these summer leagues, man, like, this is to help you hone that. You know what I mean? It's to work on the things that you've been working out with your trainers or practicing by yourself. It's to come get better and, you know what I mean, showcase your talent. And I got some other things, but I didn't want to jump too far off of.
No, you're good.
Okay. So, like, another thing, too, for these summer leagues, man, I notice a lot of kids, a lot of players jump right out of their damn element. Like, knowing, like, I see a kid, and this is, you know, a far-fetched, crazy, wild example, but I see a kid, 6'8", trying to be a point guard. Bruh, you know good and damn well you don't dribble the ball on your AAU team or in your high school team.
That's something you do with your trainer behind closed doors.
Right. And you're not even good at it, so don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, here is, you know, an opportunity for you to polish up your skill. So if you're a 6'8", you should be working on sealing, back to the basket, over-the-shoulder jump hooks. Things that you know, if you perfect, will get you to the next level. And then in these summer leagues where, like, y'all are sleeping, there's some D2, D3, NAIH, you go that sneak through here and watch y'all play. And I bet y'all didn't even know that. So it's just like, y'all really shouldn't take this opportunity to treat it like y'all playing with the homies in gym class. Like, a summer league, especially one as competitive as a Triangle Challenge, is to be taken seriously. Like, y'all are supposed to be working on your game, doing the things you do well, and doing the things that you want to get better at.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, the main thing of it is I know a lot of times you've heard us say, you know, stop playing all these games. And, you know, you can contradict that with the point we're talking about the summer leagues. But this is just part of overall, like, basketball growth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a summer league, you know what I'm saying, playing 4 or 5 games or finding a gym where they're actually running, where there's open run, like, that's not bad.
Right.
Jumping from team to team, playing an AAU tournament every weekend, you know what I'm saying, not going to the right live period event, playing meaningless games, basically in a nutshell, is what we want to stay away from.
Right. I mean, because the summer league is not killing you, man. Again, it's just, it's designed around that off month in June, a dead period. So college coaches, you know, the high major D1 can't come see you anyway. And, you know, it's not 3 or 4 games for one team in the same day. And it's just, again, like Ant was just saying, it's an opportunity to take what you're working on and try it real live with the lights on, with the refs, 5-on-5, no cones, no garbage cans, no dummies. You can actually go out and execute what you've been working on.
Right.
And some of y'all are not doing that. Some of y'all are just bullshitting. And and then you'll wonder why you haven't gotten any better from May to July. Like June is prime getting better season. Like, that's prime time for y'all. Like, y'all can really, like, so much can change for y'all in 30 days if y'all just buckle down and get it done. And y'all not doing it, man. Like, I'm sorry, some of y'all aren't doing it. Others out here, they out here trying, they out here eating.
So, man, you know, find you a summer league or just a place where you can get good summer run, where you can learn it from others, learn about your game, and gain confidence.
Right.
Man, moving on, man. Last real topic of the day, man. You know, I don't really usually have them. You know, my man Brett always shows me down with it. But it's a player spotlight, man. Raleigh knows him. If you're from Raleigh, you know him. But don't nobody else really know him like that. So for me, I'm trying to speak out and talk about him, man, because it's my duty and my mission now to get this kid noticed, because I'm just tired of seeing him destroy people and not get the love for it. Because pound for pound, I'm going to say his name, but you know and I know y'all ain't really trying to go at this kid one-on-one. Y'all don't want no parts of this man-to-man, mano-a-mano at top. My player spotlight is DJ Thomas. Broughton High School, Cold World Zero on Instagram. He's a 5'6", left-handed point guard from the south side of Raleigh. If you from Raleigh, you know this young man. He can handle it. He can shoot it. He can defend. He's a leader. And he just bounced the ball off the floor and dunked it on somebody early in the Triangle Challenge game.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll show the...
Yeah.
You know
My nickname for him is the Crime Stopper. The last time I seen somebody do this, it was a kill call. Coaches, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, JUCO, NAIA. If you're looking for Chris Clemens, he's at the teen center right now. I'm tired of you judging him because of his height. I'm tired of you saying you can't shoot. Pound for pound, he's better than a lot of these guys' rank. His height does not matter. It does not matter. He is a leader. At 5'6", he will put the team on his back like Damon Stoudemire at Arizona. Like, it's that serious, man. DJ Thomas is it. A lot of cats don't want no parts of it, bro. He's everything you would want out of a point guard. Coach's dream, man. Will guard you 94, deny you 94, attack you 94, pull up from 30, can make every pass. Coaches, trust me. You know if I'm saying it like this, it's true. The only time I was wrong was Hashim Thabit. And if you would have locked him at UConn too, you'd have thought the same thing. Damn, Thabit, you played me. Number 2, that's my only blemish.
I think he's everybody's blemish though. Like you're not the only
Greg Oden is definitely everybody's blemish.
No, absolutely. I thought you were talking about the college.
Yeah, because Greg Oden was supposed to be it.
He was a savage at
high school, college, he was supposed to be it. Trash. That's another level. But back to DJ Thomas. Coaches, I'm telling you, man, he played for the Raleigh Lakers. He just hasn't had an opportunity to get a chance and play on the stage, bro. Give him one weekend on the stage. One weekend.
And y'all playing too, because he plays in the John Wall Classic, which is one of the biggest Christmas tournaments, or the biggest holiday tournaments in the country. And his coaches up and down that court, left and right. And y'all, I know y'all are hesitant because of his size. And at this point, it's just like, what more do you need to see?
Y'all crazy, man. This shit is crazy.
Because, the kid goes. Like, on top of everything he said, if y'all haven't put it together, the kid also has a motor. He's not one of these smaller guys that take plays. Like, he plays every single possession. Every one. You had this YouTube sensation come in the court during that holiday invitational.
Yeah, Julian Newman is trash, man. Straight up.
Bad.
Julian Newman is trash. Come see me. That's what's up. I seen DJ lock your shit up. Let's set it up one-on-one in Raleigh at the teen center, man. Yo, Julian Newman, DJ Thomas will bust your ass. Straight up. I'm name dropping. Julian Newman out of Orlando, DJ Thomas will bust your ass. We'll pay for your mega bus ticket.
Yeah.
I'm not putting you on a plane to lose. I'm not putting you on a plane to lose. We'll get you a mega bus ticket.
Right.
DJ Thomas will bust your ass. It's on film him locking you up in the challenge. In the John Wall. Word up. What's good?
I'm assuming for political reasons, you didn't show the other half. There's a lot of Julian Newman, but it wasn't very much DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Julian Newman had 5 points, man.
Doing what he do. But yeah, man, again, this is a kid that you will definitely keep your job over. You know what I mean? I know it's important for y'all college coaches to find the next greatest thing, and y'all all chase the same player. And even though he can only go to one school, I'm getting on my soapbox. I'm gonna fall back from that, bring it back to DJ. He's a kid that will not disappoint you.
He'll make you like a genius.
Or the program. Yeah, man, show him some love. At the very least, take a look at him. That's your job, right? You gotta find players. Come see him.
Yeah,
he ain't lying.
Triangle Challenge, man. But we glad to be back. We hope we answer all your questions. No more delay. Season 2 coming every week from now on.
Yeah, man.
Ray here, Ram Prospects. You know what I'm saying, my guy. Simmons, Voyager Academy,
Hey,
Red
Coach.
Storm. We here.
Desert Storm too. Ooh. Y'all ain't even ready.
I ain't really.
Y'all ain't even ready.
I be trying to show other people's love because I'm trying to be humble.
Desert Storm.
But Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 a.m. If you looking for some good work, hit my DM _Coach Simmons _
We gonna put it down there for y'all.
Slide
so
in,
y'all can
man.
see it.
Come to Desert Storm, man.
Hey, like
we teaching, we grinding.
we already seeing testimonials. We see immediate impact already. We not even gassing.
It's a good environment, man. Like I said, like I try to, not gas it because we know how Raleigh is.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm just trying to be humble. But
Right.
we doing a little something too, man. Appreciate y'all. Ram Report.
We out.
We out. We back. Episode 3 coming soon.
Yeah. Damn, that shit felt good, my nigga. We back.